In today's episode of the Positivity Hour, we're going to be talking about persistence and consistency for the people out there like myself who are on the verge of giving up. Before you do that, though, watch this, because in today's episode, we're going to be talking about, how did that even happen? And what got you to how you're feeling right now? And more importantly, how can you get past this so that you can still achieve your dreams, goals, and aspirations in a timely manner, might I add. And all that and more after the intro. Woo! All right, welcome to the Positivity Hour. I'm your host, Darshaun Smith, otherwise known as the Positivity God on all social media platforms. And today is episode 167. And like I said last week, this is the episode all about consistency. And because I'm so consistent, we are officially 0-10 for not recording these on Sunday. That means the last 10 episodes of this podcast you have watched, seen, listened, or whatever have all been curated, created, recorded, edited, clipped, so on and so forth, like 2 hours before it was online. And mostly I do that just because I don't really have the time throughout the week to do this, because I'm trying to do other things and make content for other people, and so on and so forth. So I reserve this day just for me, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this podcast is personal stories. It is literally informed by my life. So if I can record it at the last possible moment, I will have the most personal information, most personal material, the most, whatever you want to call it, to go off of for these episodes. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. You matter. You are amazing. And I'm not just saying that because you're spending your time with me that you'll never get back. I mean, I genuinely do mean that because of what I just said, but I also mean that just because I actually mean that. Like, you're pretty cool. There will never be another you. A segment I'm bringing back is drink some water. Oh, my Lord, because this last week was a battle, and we're going to talk about that in today's episode. Trust me, Mom, it's not vodka. I swear, I don't drink, okay? Holy, I'd be a hot mess if I was an alcoholic right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Life is chaotic, and mostly because of my own doing. But before we get into all of that, you know what we got to do. It's time for the time capsule.
Time capsule.
Alrighty, first thing on the time capsule is black dads. Okay, in particular. Because that's, the thing that a lot of people are talking about. In last episode, we were talking about how black people are amazing. Well, hey, one thing that black people always get criticized, especially fathers, is being a father or not being a father. So, like I said, we got two fathers to talk about. DDG, all right, rapper from Pontiac, Michigan, and Anthony Edwards. I don't know what position he plays, but basketball player for the Minnesota Timberwolves up in Minneapolis. DDG because he's trying to be a father in his kid's life, and Halle Berry, Black Mermaid, is supposedly, allegedly, being a little meanie head and not letting DDG be a good father and trying to say he's a deadbeat or something. I don't know. The situation's complicated, but he did drop a song about it, so I'm going to play a little snippet for you right now. What's that?
And this be from Cash, not from YouTube.
Don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun, I don't love these stocks. You tell me that you gon' move on, but I know you not. Tryna make me pay to see my son. That gon' make me hot, that'll make me pissed, that'll make me sick. Playing games like Twitch, get the green like Kick. And it's not about the money, it's more about the principle. I'm rich, cause he only a baby and he getting big. I don't wanna miss nothing. He playing the game with Wop, his cousin. Can you make a bottle right now? He fussing.
All right, now that is played, I love how, I did a freeze frame. So for everyone who's listening, I'm gonna describe what I just did. But for everyone who's watching, like, I just love how I just did like a freeze frame and then still held the freeze frame right afterwards, just so like you could see the trueness of, like, sometimes you just gotta set yourself up for success here. I say all that to say that this is why, like, I understand, like, one, I'm not signing a marriage contract because I don't believe in that. We don't need to get the government involved. But two, like, I'm longevity chasing. I'm looking for a relationship that is the longest of longest terms, so we can be good parents to our little black, or to be honest with you, interracial kids, because, I am interracial myself, and yeah, we're all going to be all over the place, so we got to stick together. We got to be a family unit. I'm not saying we got to be a nuclear family, but I'm just saying we got to stick together like peas in a pod. That being said, the other side of DDG making that song and making the public statement and making, I didn't even show you some of the public statement. Let me show you some of that too.
I don't really like talking about real life, but I feel like I have to. And it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm honestly getting, when it comes to me just wanting to just be a dad. Y'all know how much, like, I love Halo. It's literally the best thing that ever happened to me. And this is literally my last resort. I feel like I don't have no type of, like, hurt, bro. Like, I don't have no type of say so. And I keep getting this word thrown around like this. I don't give a fuck if this make me seem childish. I just want to be able to see my son when I want to see my son, take my son when I want to take my son. Like, I don't care if this make me look childish, if I look like I'm on the internet crazy, whatever the fuck. I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks. I literally just want to be in my son's life.
All right, so now that you've seen some of the public statement as well, there's Anthony Edwards. Now, to be honest with you, I've only seen the very least amount of this. I'm going to do some after research or some research after I flip those words and put up like an article over here above my left shoulder or something, or over my face right now. Because, like, supposedly he's the one being a deadbeat, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, I don't know, like, these people, I don't know their personal circumstances. I don't know what's actually going on in their life. I just know that it is very sad that in 2025, you got a black men trying to be the dad, and they're getting beat up online for it. And you got black men allegedly not trying to be the dad, and you got them getting beat up for it. So it's like, we can't win. You know what I'm saying? 2025 is off to a great start, and I just wanted to throw that into the time capsule. Next thing I wanted to throw into the time capsule real quick is Darshaun Romel Smith. Okay, I had to put the whole gov out there real quick. I officially paid off one of my student loans as of Friday, 2 days ago. I didn't leave college with much student debt, it must be said, but that doesn't take away the fact that, I'm less than 2 years removed of college, and I've already paid off one of my student loans. Okay, we got 7 more to go, but they're all small. Like, I literally have less than $9,000 in student loans. Like, I could have this paid off in like the next year or two if I tried really hard, but I low-key need the credit history. Like, I'm trying to get another credit card or two before I pay all of the rest of them off fully. But we're doing the snowball effect, so keep on paying off the smallest debt and then roll that payment plus a little bit extra into the next smallest debt, and then so on and so forth. We'll do a whole topic about, financial literacy for all people, not even just the black people on here, because I think we all could learn something, and it's always a pleasure when I learn something, and the best thing for me to do is to pass it on to you. So, last thing for the time capsule for my tablet times out here is, this last week, I've said this before. I even made an Instagram reel about this. I say it every now and then on my Snapchat story, but I just wanted to officially put it in the podcast, time capsule, because I think this term needs to die, personally. It's not because it's bad, but it's just because, like, I don't know. I think I'm removed enough from college that I'm just using my, like, post-college experience, air quotes for those that can't see. But like I said, this last week was a battle, and that was because of a lot of reasons we're about to talk about in the main topic. But I was able to get through it partially because of, quote, the skills I gained to get the college degrees I have, end quote. Normally when I say this, it's like literally like yesterday when I said this, I was like, I don't formally use my college degrees. I don't. I could not even lie to you, okay? I mean, I guess, like I said, last podcast episode I did. I got 2 degrees, one in sociology, one in African American studies, and that whole last episode was about the state of black people in America. Trust me, we're going to do a more, like, in-depth, research-based one, and I'm going to plug the camera in, and we're going to talk for, like, 2-3 hours, okay? We're gonna do a whole month. I'm just joking. But we're going to do some further follow-up research on that. But for this, it's like, yeah, I don't formally use my college degree, but I do use what it took to get the college degrees, whether that's the perseverance, whether that's the consistency, whether that's the showing up when you genuinely just could not give one slightest skadoodle, you know what I'm saying, fill in blank other curse words, you just got to power through, bro. And this last week was the definition of I'm out of it, bro. Like, I'm checked out, I'm clocked out, I'm beat up, I'm burnt out, I'm everything and more. And I just would rather not be here. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go be rich. I'd rather go be on a yacht. I'd rather be driving a Lamborghini with a supermodel in the passenger seat. But that's not my reality yet. So, on to the main topic.
Time for the main topic.
All right, so for today's main topic, we got a few points here. And remember, like I said, the title of this is, Are You About to Give Up? Well, watch this, or something along those lines. And, the actual thing we're going to be talking about is how consistency and persistence are key in life. But, that can lead its way to you not enjoying the things you do. So that's essentially what we're going to be talking about here. And I just want to start first by defining what is consistency. I'm gonna switch hands because I be clammy. Okay, my hand and the mic is really warm and really moist. Okay, but yeah. So as I pull up my phone, rather than doing this on the tablet I have right here with all my notes on my knee. Yeah, consistency. Ready for it? Here, Google, say the word. Okay.
Consistency.
Wow, thank you, Google. We're going to talk about the noun, which is the conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. And the other definition is the way in which a substance, typically a liquid, holds together, thick, or viscosity. Okay. Long story short, because consistency, in which they're literally talking about here, is how thick something is. That's the second definition. I want to speak more on the first definition, which is like accuracy, logic, the conformity of something. And it's the like process. That's how I'll describe it going forward. Consistency is the process. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that if you want to lose weight, you need to show up to the gym. You need to be consistent in that process. Okay. For me, it's not necessarily that. Although I can confidently say I'm down to about 5 days a week at the gym now, just because of a lot of things, and that's what I got time for right now. And I think that's the biggest thing a lot of people forget when they are going to the gym. For a little aside real quick, is use the available time you have. And for me, 5 days a week is what I got time for. So that being said, back to the topic, consistency. You gotta. Oh, what I was going to say is consistency in like the food I eat. You know what I'm saying? I've been pretty inconsistent in making sure that I'm putting, unprocessed whole foods into me with lots of less amounts of sugar. That was a very interesting way of just saying eating less sugar, so on and so forth, and I'm telling you, it's a process, y'all. Like, being consistent takes brain power. Being consistent takes effort, which we'll talk about in a second. Before we get down that whole rabbit hole, let me define the other term that we're going to be using going forward, which is persistence. Supposedly my brother used that term a lot with his mom growing up, and it was like, just persist, or just be persistent, or whatever. I don't know the whole context behind that, but shout out to my older brother, Naeem Smith. Okay, he's out there slanging solar, doing big things in this world, and maybe one day we'll get him back on the podcast. You should go watch our episode. I'll link it up there in that your right, my left hand corner. So yeah, persistence, firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition, otherwise known as the continued or prolonged existence of something. Google that definition, was interesting. But how I look at the word persistence is in line with this. Like, once again, I guess last one was the first definition. This one, the second definition, both the noun still, is the continued and prolonged existence of something. So when you're trying to be consistent, that's the process. Like I said, that's showing up. That's, understanding what needs to be done, and understanding that for what needs to be done, that needs to be done on a schedule, a regular basis that can be actually upheld. Like the example I gave was me going to the gym for 5 days a week. Persistence, though, like I said, looking at this definition, is the continued or prolonged existence of something, which is yet another way of saying that, so it's not only that you need to be consistent in that, but you need to be persistent. You need to be adamant. You need to be like a dog on a chain in a junkyard when the intruders are coming up. You need to be like Chop from GTA with Franklin, before they met each other. You need to be running down these goals. You know what I'm saying? You need to be after it like your life depends on it. Like, that's how I view persistence. Okay, it's I'm just gonna keep showing up. I'm just gonna believe when no one else believes. I'm just gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So now that we have defined those two words, let us talk about why. Oh my God, don't even get me started on this, but we gonna get started on this. We are only 17 minutes in. We got time today, okay? Why is trying so hard, Darshaun? You may be asking, okay? Maybe you didn't ask, but we still gonna talk about it anyways. Trying is hard, as I was starting to allude to earlier, because using your brain power is taxing, okay? Because trying uses your brain. Trying uses physical energy. Trying uses spiritual energy. Trying uses your resources as a human. And because of that, it's hard. Because a lot of folks in the beginning, almost everyone out here, 99.9999991% of people out here are literally having to give it their all and see absolutely no results. I'm gonna just let that one cook real quick. Most people are out here, myself included, and this is why this last week was a battle, y'all. I'm telling y'all so seriously that most people are out here legitimately giving it their all, day in and day out, trying their best, trying to become great, trying to make more money, trying to gain status, trying to learn a new skill, trying to keep up in this ever-changing environment, and seeing absolutely no results, okay? Don't get it twisted. Is it possible to still see success? Yes, but that's not the point of this particular talking point. I'm just here to explain to you that because of that, when you completely drain your battery trying, you literally have nothing to recharge it back up. And this is why the 1% is a real thing, because the 1% just find a way. They find a way to keep pushing at 0.01%. They keep finding a way to steal someone else's battery real quick. You know what I'm saying? They find a way to make it happen out here. That is why trying is hard, y'all. Because when you really think about it, as we talked about like a few episodes ago, humans are big batteries. We only got so much brain power we could put out in a day before we're just like, yeah, bro, I'm clocked out. We only got so much physical energy we can exert before we just collapse, quite literally. And so on and so forth. So that is why trying is hard. It's not because the actions may be hard. It's because for a lot of people, they don't have anything to juice them back up to keep going. So you may be saying to yourself now, okay, Darshaun, I understand that point. I understand what you're trying to get across here. So what you're saying is I should do nothing. Well, no, that's also hard. And yeah, let's go down that rabbit hole. When you think about nothing, like what is nothing? Like let us define nothing. I want to give you Google's definition real quick, and then I will give you my definition. Here you go. Here's Google again. Nothing. Not anything. No single thing is the pronoun. The adjective is having no prospect or process, of no value. And the adverb would be not at all. Nothing. My definition of nothing, I often use giving people perspective, giving people, some would say like an ultimatum, like, hey, you could do something or you could do nothing. Objectively, nothing is something. Choosing to not speak up is nothing, but that is something you chose. That is an action. When someone who's trying is like, nah, F that, bro, I'm finna speak up. Like that takes, perseverance. That takes, persistence. That takes self-belief, and that takes the belief. I'll just use the self-belief one again. The belief in oneself and ideas that they're not gonna look embarrassed out here if they say something incorrect, or that they're too smart, or air quotes, for whatever reason, But nothing also is taxing, because now you have to understand, if you didn't know this already, whether you change or not, the world is going to move on, So if you don't speak up, someone else will, If you don't start running the race, someone else will. If you don't start that business, someone else will. If you don't, raise your kids, someone else will. If you don't, I can keep going, but I think you get the point. Doing nothing is hard. Why is doing nothing hard? It's because, in short, as you may have already seen, the world is going to keep moving, y'all. You could try hard and keep up with it. That's why that is hard. Because you trying to ride the horse, and you literally are using all the energy you got until you can gain some chips and gain some knowledge and gain some pieces, so that you can, play the game a little smarter, a little faster, a little better, so you can ride the wave a little easier and maintain that longer until the day you die. Or you could just get left behind and deal with everything that comes with that. Deal with the depression, deal with the sadness, deal with the rejection, deal with everything else, and try not to jump off a cliff. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anyone who's watching this. I don't want that for myself. And that's why I choose to try. But we're not going to get personal yet. We got one more little thing here. And yeah, that last little thing is, I think the reason above all else why we need to be consistent and persistent, regardless, whether it's nothing or something, trying hard or trying a little or just doing your personal best, whatever that may look like. I think no matter what, every human on this planet is going to struggle with this. The unknown unknowns, okay? I talked about this, I think, last year in the podcast a little bit. Alex Hormozy, entrepreneur, brought this point up at some point last year as well, and brings it up every now and then, that you simply just don't know what you don't know, and because of that, you could, like I said, you could do something about it, or you could do nothing. Ignorance is bliss. We all remember that episode, okay? It truly is, but if you know you don't know what you don't know, that can also put you in a state where you are yet again struggling to comprehend what's in front of you. You're yet again struggling to be present, to actually work hard towards your dreams, goals, and aspirations, because it's just hard. Like for me, Like I said, we'll talk more about this in the personal section, but just to give you a little something to finish the main topic off. For me, it's not necessarily the work that is hard. It's not necessarily the work in terms of the emails or the text or I got to respond to, or the literal day in and day out, editing of content, trying to do the research. It's the fact that I just don't know what I don't know. That gets me. Like, that's the biggest thing I struggle with. And I know that's the biggest thing for a lot of people out here. I don't know what your biggest thing is. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, we could talk for hours and hours about that whole topic. But we're not going to, because that's for something else. So let's get personal. I'm going to restart the camera and drink some more water. So let's run it.
Let's get personal.
All right, the mic should be synced back up now. And let's hop straight back into it. So yeah, we're like 26 minutes in, 25 minutes in, and yeah, let's get personal, y'all. So as you may know, you literally just watched that, but some people do like just click through on the chapters of this. Looking at the data behind the podcast is always interesting. Shout out to all the people who watched all the clips as well, and the podcast from last week. I think collectively it had a few thousand views over all of the platforms, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, so on and so forth. So thank you. Even if you listen to it for 2 seconds, I appreciate you for giving me some of your time. But yeah, the first thing I have on the Let's Get Personal section is the newbie gains. Okay, the biggest thing that's really been getting to me as of late is the newbie gains. For those that don't know what that is. Long story short, like, think about when you go into the gym. Like, if you've never like worked out before, like the second you lift any weight, you're just gonna like put on like an extra 2 pounds of muscle like the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. I don't know if that happens for everyone, but that's just like what I've seen happen within myself and other people I know talk about stuff like that. And that's colloquially known as newbie gains. For me, the newbie gains are gone. Like, they've been gone for quite some time. And that is why I've been experiencing and struggling with a lot of things. Like, I'm not going to like go jump off a cliff or, a parking garage. Trust me, someone thought I was going to do that the other day. But I just went up there because it was a tall thing and I wanted to look out on the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Crazy personal story right there. We'll talk about that in another interaction. I'm not going to kill myself. Relax. I'm okay. I'm just saying that my life is hard sometimes. And that's because the newbie gains are gone. Like, when I lift weights now, I don't just like gain muscle anymore. I may gain fat, you know what I'm saying? I may not be able to burn calories right, I could be eating well and still be gaining weight. I could be, showing up and taking quality photos and no one's hitting the line to be like, hey, take my photos, or I'm getting scammed again or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm past that point where everything is easy and it's like, it's just sheer grit and determination that's going to get me through this. And because of that, the second thing I want to talk about for the personal Let's Get Personal section is my social battery is dead, bro. Like, I'm burnt up. Like, my business battery is dead. My personal battery is dead. My whatever you want to call it battery is just is gone. It's non-existent. It has left the chat. And trust me, like, I try and show up still, you know what I'm saying? I'm a strong-willed individual, and I understand that I will not give up until the day I die with what I got going on in my life. But I just want to let y'all know that, I am struggling out here, and it's my own doing, I literally wrote that exactly down. Like, like life would be so easy if I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna go be a bus driver for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go buy a PS5 and wait till GTA 6 comes out and just do all this. It's like my life is hard because I'm making it harder. And don't get it twisted. You remember, I just went on that whole 15 whole minute tangent about like how trying is hard and doing nothing is hard. But like, because I've tried already, you know, doing what I'm not saying like you in a bad way, but I'm saying like most people watching this, you know, like are just taking more normal W-2 9-to-5 approach to life. Like doing that is easy to me, you know, because literally I work 100 plus hours a week. Dropping that down to 40, I'd feel like I have so much free time. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I would probably just start a business again, because it's like, what does one do with all of this free time? Like, what do you do when you are not at your day job for 40 hours a week? I would start having kids, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I would start actually trying to find a wife, maybe. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm making my life difficult for a variety of reasons, and that's mostly just because I just want an abundance of resources to actually live life and not just survive out here like I've done for so much of my life. And it's draining, you know what I'm saying? And because of that, I want to talk about what happened yesterday. And I'm just going to play like the whole little like series of videos. So enjoy. To record this video right now. Y'all, I have been psyching myself out so hard over these last few days. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been in my brain, okay? I've been like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. Oh my God, I don't know if I'm that guy anymore. Oh my God, I think I'm washed out. And then something that just happened right now. Something that just inspired me and motivated me like something I've never felt before. I felt the energy flowing through my veins. It was like, wow. It, as in me, was like, wow. I did that? What? I'm telling you, I don't really use my college degree formally, but I use the things I used to get the college degree every day of my life. And I just accidentally took, we'll say, an inventory of things I've done in the past. And looking back, I was like, wow, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. I was there with who? Invited there? We went there? I captured that? Paid that? I'm telling you, I've been in my brain something serious, and I don't know, man. I just had a moment there, and it just like really put some juice back in my veins. So remember where you come from, but keep moving forward. But take some time to reflect on life, because otherwise you're going to be like me and be counting yourself out and not believing in yourself. But hey, you're great. You are too. Like I said, I tell the camera what I need to tell myself. I'm going to post this. Goodbye. I'm telling y'all, I'm so serious when I got that excited. You know what I'm saying, about that video I just posted that some of y'all probably just skipped through, but you're going to skip through this too, so I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to the people that are actually watching this. I'm telling you, individual, oh my God, like the amount of like, I don't believe in myself and my capabilities because I just am not seeing any freaking results and just a whole other multitude of things. I'm hitting peak, as I've said before. The newbie gains are gone, okay? And I'm building the foundation, and it's a long, hard process, and I'm hitting peak. This is when everyone gives up. I'm not going to give up. But every now and then, I just, like I was just having, I'm trying to work, and I'm doing things that are going to help me be better, you know, get more people in the door for the business or my personal life, and trying to eat better, or maybe I actually got to find a wife eventually. I don't know. Just all of these things, you know, there's just so much pressure, you know, from all these different angles, especially, like I said, as a young man in this world, you know what I'm saying? You got to go get the value. None is given to you from birth. And it's a lot. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot. It'd be catching up to me. But like I said, I was working. Well, I never said this. I was looking at it. So I'm going to say it to you now. I was working on my website. Still am working on my website. And I have a section on here where I can view like past clients I've worked with, you know, whether it's schools or the marching band or individuals or rappers or, you know, just people. And it's just like I was looking through this extensive list. It just keeps going. It's not endless. I'm not like full of myself, but I'm just like, dang, is it going to end? Dang, I did that. Dang, I remember that. Dang. I'm just like, yo, what am I doing? Okay. I told myself at a young age, man, failure is not an option. I will dedicate my life to this. I will not have kids for this, okay? I will find a way to succeed and have an abundance of resources to share that with everyone. That is like my old overarching lifelong goal with everything I do. And I just had a moment where it's like I just got recharged. I got rejuiced. And it's time to attack it some more. So, yeah, go Hawks. That's all I got. Love you. Real almost shed a tear over watching that video back. That's crazy. Being emotionally available. Y'all gotta get there. I'm really about to cry. Alright, so now that you enjoyed all of that amazing content, that was probably like, 3 or 4 minutes of Darshaun yapping on Snapchat. But like, for real, bro, I really almost cried. Phone him. I'm not even gonna lie, because one, I'm emotionally available again. You know what I'm saying? I fixed myself. I'm a changed man, as I would say. But also, like, I'd be so in my head sometimes, because like I was saying in the main topic, you know, you'll work so hard and do so much, and it's not even enough. Like, you think you're doing great, and objectively, you haven't even scratched the surface. You haven't even made a dent. You're irrelevant. You're nobody. No one would care if you died. You know what I'm saying? And it just sucks when you actually like think about that and understand that, okay, like, maybe that's not true, but what if it is? Like, I don't know. Like, it's a lot. And like yesterday, right before I recorded that first video especially, I was updating my website and trying to make it more simple, trying to, you know, make sure it's super consistent with the fonts or the colors or the branding, and just, you know, so that when I start running ads to my business, or I start, you know, actually getting back out here, which I've already started, mind you, you know, putting out content again and letting people know what I do, who I am, and what I can do for them, so that I can, you know, run a better business or run a better personal brand, or, you know, change people's lives so that they can change mine as well. And through life experience and the money they give me and so on and so forth, just being honest with you. I just was really in my head, and like saying those things I was saying earlier, and I was just like, dang, bro, like, I guess I'm cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna give up. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, take an easy way out. I'm not gonna jump off a parking garage. Like, I'm not gonna do any of that. But I'm just saying, like, this ish is hard. You know what I'm saying? And I just want everyone to know that if, like, everyone thinks this entrepreneurial life is amazing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even full-time yet. I'm just part-time. I don't even make money from this. Like, I just, this is just a hobby. Like, straight up, I'm paying W-2 money to fund my business right now. This is crazy. And yeah, just all of that really was getting to me. And as I was updating my website, as I was, you know, trying to still persevere and still show up and still be consistent and do what I said I would do, because I put it on my to-do list, because I put it on my calendar, it really was just getting to me that I almost just broke in half, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just, there's so much pressure, you know, for a variety of reasons, like I said in those videos. And right before I recorded that video, I looked at the past clients I had worked with, and I had started to look at some of the photography I had made or some of the videos I had made, and I was just like I am doing things out here that other people would dream about. Like, I am legitimately doing and living people's wildest dream, you know? Maybe it's just because I live in America. Maybe it's because I do have a business, the LLC. I make a little bit of money, but I've never technically made a profit, you know? I've never, you know, all of these things, you know, but it's just, it's a lot. And I just had a moment to, once again, as I said in the time capsule, I don't use my college degree formally, but I used what it took to get the college degree. And one of the things it took to get the college degree was to remember to look back at what you have already done thus far. And after doing that, I was like, whoa, like, that was what I needed to, like, recharge my battery in that day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, my battery is dead again, but At least I got more energy to keep showing up. At least I got more patience. At least I got more, willpower to persist a little bit longer and make this dream become a reality. So it's getting towards the end of this. So yeah, let's get some wisdom from your OG and get on out of here. All right, looking at my notes here, wisdom from your OG this week. Side note, going forward, I definitely want to get some wisdom from other people as well. So I'm going to try and find like little motivational speeches or, little insights from people that are also inspirational and put that in here as well. So definitely look forward to that. It's not always just going to be wisdom from me. It just happened to be like that for these last 3 episodes, we'll say, because I forgot when I started doing this. But yeah, looking at my notes here, the first thing I put here is, in mind, literally, this was informed by everything I just talked about. Like, the days of the week don't matter, straight up. Like, the fact that today's Sunday surprised me. I woke up today and thought it was Monday. I was getting ready to go to work. Like, I work every day. Like, the weekend, I don't have a weekend. I don't take a day off. So, like, I'm not saying that you need to structure your life like that. I'm not saying that you need to, do this or that. But what I am saying is that, hey, fellow human watching this, the days of the week don't matter. The only reason why Sunday sucks for me is because the bank is closed, and I can't get a check cleared right now. But when I'm a big stepper, you know what I'm saying, the bank will be open for me on Sunday. There's levels to this. We trying. But I say all that to say, like, you don't need the weekend to take a break. That's what I was trying to get to. And there's the song I want to play a snippet of real quick. That, funny enough, I made a video edit too that was kind of a banger, I'm not gonna lie. If I could find that video edit, I'm gonna put that in right here, but if not, I'll just put the song in. So look alive for that.
You need a vacation.
I just had a vacation on the Harbor Freeway.
No, not in the cab. I mean, you need to get your head straight, get your unified self up, get harmonic,
When was the last time you took a break?
I go on a vacation all the time.
How often?
12 times a day. It's my own private getaway. Things get heavy for me, I take 5 minutes out, and I just go there.
Yeah.
And I just concentrate on absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Check. I'ma only sip that tea if it's Irish.
All right, so now that we're back from that, what else did I want to say to that? Oh yeah, take up space as well. Like, especially as black people in America, like, take up space. But for everyone who's watching this, because everyone's here, okay? The blacks, the whites, the, Hispanics, the Latinas, Latinos, the Latinas, we like everyone here, okay? We like the hims, the theys, the thems, the she, hers, the hairs, like theirs. We like everyone here, okay? Everyone is included and invited to partake in the Positivity Hour and gain this wisdom that Darshaun Smith will bestow upon you here through life experience and stories and through breaking down society and culture. And the biggest thing I want to give y'all in this week's wisdom from OG is to take up space and demand it, okay? Now, don't be an ignorant little a-hole now, okay? There's levels to this. But what I am saying is that you need to understand that for you, your little beautiful butterfly self, your little, plant about to sprout out the ground, for you to actually do that, you got to make sure you got your little plot of land. You got you some water that can water you real nice and good. And you don't need to be told when to do that or how to do that, okay? Like, just do it. Take up space. Demand it. Like, yes, no, I don't care. We live in life. It is 2025. It's us. We up next. We us, okay? That's all I got. Kind of falling apart at the end of this episode. And last 2 things I just want to say real quick. Next week's topic, I don't have a fancy animation for this one yet. And we're going to be talking about how to live a better life today. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Get offline, less cheap dopamine. So can't wait to get into that one, because I'm telling y'all, the less I'm on my phone, the better my life is. The less I'm on my phone, the better I can work in my business. The less I'm on my phone, the more I want to actually get up and go look at the stars in the sky and not think about how there's aliens up there who are probably going to come and kill us one day. We may be those aliens. I don't know. But all as I know is less cheap dopamine will get you a long way in life. So yeah, with all that being said, time for the outro. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your time today. I do appreciate you. Once again, I'm your host, Darshaun Smith. This is the Positivity Hour, episode 167. I'm the Positivity God, also known as the Positivity God. También conocido el señor positivo para mi hispanohablante. Okay, I told you I'd get it. Okay, I told you I would get the Spanish. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the whole intro and outro in Spanish one day. Cause I'm serious. Like I'm fun to learn Spanish on your head top. I'm fun to learn. Okay, I'm fun to be a Spanish speaker. I should have put that in the time capsule, but it's okay. It's okay. We are 40 minutes into this, probably 50 to an hour with all of those clips and everything I'll play into this. So we're slowly getting this up to an hour. I need to get a guest on here, and yeah, I'm open to any and all suggestions. And I think next week we're gonna go back outside. Literally, like we're gonna go do this in my car. We're gonna go drive somewhere because I don't know. I think you've seen almost every angle of my room now and my living room. Maybe we go back to Cedar Rapids and take it back to my room up there. I don't know, but you'll see something. So like I said, thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, follow, unfollow, share, report. I don't really care what you do, as long as you stand positive at the end of the day, or at least trying your best. That's all that I can ask of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love you long time. Goodbye. Woo! Fade to black. Oh my God, I did not mean to burp into the mic. I'm putting that in. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Goodbye for real now. Deuces.
I'm in my G'd up zone. I'm about to get it in, kick your feet up home. Days turn to weeks when you're always on the grind all night. I got my re-up back. I'm about to get it in, I'll be right back. Nate, high low to those who don't know the name. And G'd up, yup, that's the only thing I claim.